Hey gang, in today's video we're going to continue our conversation on trading mindset as well as share with you a massive trading opportunity that's on my radar. Hey traders, Akil Stokes here, Chief Currency Analyst and Head Trading Coach over at TradingPower.com, and welcome to another one of my weekend review videos. This week I'm doing something a little bit differently. Typically I release these videos each and every Thursday on our Trade Empowered YouTube page. However, this week I'm recording it a day early, mainly because I want to make sure to share this trading opportunity with our syndicate members. And honestly, I just don't feel like recording two videos going over the same trade. So syndicate members, you'll get this a day early, and then I'll release it to the rest of the world probably earlier than usual on Thursday. But as I mentioned in the teaser a little bit earlier, I do want to continue our conversation on trading mindset. And for you guys that didn't have a chance to see it already, I want you to pause this tape and go back to the video blog that I released this Tuesday. It's over on my personal YouTube page. You can just search Akil Stokes, or if you're here on the Trade Empowered YouTube page, just scroll on down. There should be a section that says My Best Stuff, Forex Market Preview, and then somewhere under there it says Akil Stokes. You can also view the video there as well. But it was a very powerful video about trading mindset and how to mentally handle winning streaks, and really how winning streaks can actually be more dangerous than losing streaks due to overconfidence and position sizing and all that fun stuff. So check it out. It's a short video. Now I want to follow up on that concept of trading mindset and really take it to the charts. So what I'm going to show you first, right, is a recording that we did, a recording of a trade that we did, or a trade setup that we analyzed in my live trading room, I think about a week ago. It's a potential trend continuation opportunity, and we kind of go over the mindset you have to have, the fearlessness and the discipline that you need to have if you're going to be a trend continuation trader. So check that out, and then afterwards we'll come back and I'll show you guys the massive opportunity that's on my radar. All right, real quick, here's a look at Euro Yen on the 5-range chart. Again, 5 range often gives a clearer look at price action. Do you see this is the same level we saw on the 5-minute? Do you see how much cleaner this move is, guys? Right? It just allows me, at least as a day trader, especially if you're someone that's looking to hop on the trend, it allows you to do more precise analysis. So something like this, what do you think is my next move in making a prediction here? Think like Akil. What would be the next move that I make in order to make a prediction? I only do 3 things. Yeah, there we go. Steven's got it. I'm a simple trader, right? Yeah, let's draw on a one-to-one measure move, right? If the market puts in a harmonic move, a one-to-one measure move, that's going to put you right down here at 115.32. It's going to put you basically right in the meat of that kill zone. You can add it up with a 1618 Fibonacci extension, so swing high to swing low. You get a 1618 right down there. It looks like you'll get a 618 Fibonacci retracement as well, taken from your swing low. If I don't delete it. Swing low to swing high, right? So you've got a 618, you've got a 1618, you've got a one-to-one measure move right in this area. So for those looking to get long, this may be the first place you look to get involved at. Now you got to measure out your risk reward, right? If you know your stops need to go below previous structure lows, you might want to measure this out and say, hey, is this, we probably will take our break before doing one more pair now that we're doing more analysis. Is this going to be a risk reward that meets my risk profile? And again, all depends on how you're taking targets here, right? There's so many different ways that you can take profit targets, right? You can take it at a retest of previous structure highs. You could take it at an extension for you guys that are trend following traders, right? You can take it just based off the ABCD pattern, right? And say, you know what? Kill, I don't care about the bigger move. I just want the 3D2 hit. Or a retest of our B leg. Does that make sense? Different strokes for different folks, right? Now, I would tell you this. if you wanted to make this risk reward look a lot better, let's say you're a trend continuation trader and you're shooting for a retest of structure highs. If you want to make this risk reward a lot better, what could you do? What could you do? You could wait for price to move a little bit lower. True. That's a really good answer. Extended targets. Or wait for a conservative entry. What about instead of taking the aggressive ABCD pattern, you wait for, let's say, a double bottom? Right? And again, this is just one of the entry techniques. You can, same thing for higher high, higher close you can use. But if you do a double bottom, guess what? If you wanted to, you can base stops off that double bottom. And now you've shrunken your risk reward. Now, if you're going to do something like this, right? What also must you be prepared to do? 12 weekers, this should be at the top of your game. We talk about this a lot. We talk about this a lot in the transformation. What should you be prepared to do? Yeah. If you get skunked out, right, the market does this instead and gives you another opportunity, you've got to be prepared to take it again. That's what trend continuation and trend following trading is. Now, it's very, very tough psychologically, but risk-wise, it makes sense, right? Because if you lost, right, if you lost the trade, you just lost this much. If you enter again, right down here, right, and you win, you've just won this much. So you've got one loss, you've got one win. Which is bigger? The win or the loss? Come on, everyone should be typing this in. The win, yeah. And it's a numbers game. So you need to ask yourself, right? What if this thing blows up in my face? I lose again, all right? Well, you took 2 losses. Eventually, you'll get that 1 win, right? Eventually. And with a risk reward like this, right, you should be able to, and again, this is not necessarily your average risk reward, but just for an example, with a risk reward like this, you should be able to win basically 1 out of every 4 trades and break even. And I'm assuming most of you that trade this type of way, you're better than 25% trader or 30% trader. So it's all about the numbers game. If this situation doesn't work, shoot, you find the next situation. Right? But you can't be afraid if you're going to do that. You can't be afraid if you're going to take that small stop loss, right, instead of one big one, you can't be afraid to re-enter the trade. That's one of the biggest things that stops trend continuation traders. They take the initial trade up here, they do a small little risk that doesn't really put them in a safe enough position. They lose, they get skunked out, and then they get scared to enter again, and the market goes their way and they get 0 of it. I see that all the time. Oh, Akil, I took the first move, but because that the last loss is fresh in your head, and I know how it is. You get nervous, you get scared. You don't want. It seems like stupidity. I just got stopped out, and you're telling me to take it again? Doesn't that seem like madness, guys? I just got stopped out, and you're saying I have to take it again. That's crazy talk. Right? Are you with me? Doesn't that sound a little bit crazy? I know it's not the right answer, but it sounds kind of, it's tough. It seems like, was it the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing and expecting a different result? Yeah. You remember yesterday's Euro-Yen trade? Anybody remember yesterday's Euro-Yen trade? It's right over here. You guys remember this? Remember, I took it right there. I got stopped out, and I took it again right here. Right? Remember us analyzing this in the market? Right? Lost about 18 pips on it. Right? What was it, 68 we entered again? Lost about 18 pips on it. You know where we're at right now? Pretty good example, right? Do you think that little 19 pip loss bothers me? Does that little 19 pip loss bother me? Only if I was scared to re-enter. Only if I was scared to re-enter. So what I want you guys to take out of that video isn't necessarily the technical analysis used to find the trading opportunity, but more so the psychological side of things. The fact that if you want to be a successful trader, you have to be disciplined, you have to be consistent, you have to have a short memory. You have to be, like an NFL quarterback. When Tom Brady throws an interception, you've got to be able to wipe that from your mind and go out there and execute the next play. Trading's the exact same way. 'Cause I hate to break it to you, but everyone's going to go through a drawdown. Everyone's going to take a loss. We recently had one of our 12-week transformation members go through about a 500 pip drawdown. He's been in this drawdown for a while, and this is a good trader. This is someone that took his time through the course, did things the right way, spoke back and forth with myself on a consistent basis, went on to start a trading business, and just hit a rough patch in his trading. And at this point, you have two choices. I told him you can either let the drawdown beat you or you can beat the drawdown. Those are the only two choices. And if you're someone like me, failure isn't an option. So there's only one choice. And, week after week after week, this trader has been slowly digging himself out of that hole. He's tried to stay as positive as possible. On days when he's not positive, he's reached out to me. He's reached out to the wonderful community that we have on Twitter. We have a great support cast on Twitter, a great 12-week transformation support cast as well. And this week, he's been able to get out of it. And this is going to be one of the best lessons that this trader can learn. Because again, we're all going to get there, guys. He goes through a drawdown. You go through a drawdown. We go through a drawdown. If you just take a look at our syndicate equity curve every single year, although we finish in the top right-hand corner, which is where you want to be, the path up there isn't straight. It's filled with ebbs and flows, just like a price chart. So, the sooner you start accepting that, and the sooner you start, mentally preparing to fight that beast, which we call a drawdown, the sooner you'll start to understand what the reality of trading looks like. Because it stinks that so many traders out there, I'm getting on a rant now, but it stinks that so many traders out there are preaching that it's so easy. You start with a $500 account and you make money quick and it's never painful. And that's so much BS. It's ridiculous. Trading is painful. Trading is a battle in the trenches each and every day. And each and every day is frustrating, it's demanding, and it takes a lot out of you. That is the reality of trading. That's what we show you guys. For you guys that are in our syndicate program, that's what we show you guys day in and day out, the battle and what it takes to be consistently profitable, not one day, not 1 week, not 1 month, but over time. And again, I think one of the biggest benefits that you guys that have joined us in the syndicate get isn't necessarily the trading ideas. It's good to have different eyes on the market, and it's educational as well. But I think the best thing you get is you get the experience of seeing how multiple professional traders handle themselves day in and day out of the markets, throughout an entire year. So if you guys aren't in it, check it out. The syndicate program is $1. If you sign up for a year at once, it's 50% off. Trust me, sign up, give it 30 days for $1 and see if it has an effect on your trading. If it doesn't, just cancel your subscription. Look how that turned into a pitch. But anyway, let's take a look now at the New Zealand dollar. This is a trade that we've had on our radar for a while. We did take we had a really good trading opportunity on there, I think a few weeks ago. In our syndicate program, and now price action is reloading to give us another opportunity that has a massive risk reward. So let's head over to the charts and check it out. All right, so let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar, aka the Kiwi. And I want to first give you some history on what we've been looking at in the past, both in our syndicate program and in the live room. So if you guys that are new to the syndicate, you'll have to go back a few videos to see this, but this is something that we've been eyeing for a while. And it all starts with this ascending triangle pattern, right? So you can see the market making equal highs right up here. Let me actually get a better, what tool do I want to use? Here we go. You can see the market making equal highs up here, as well as making higher lows up here. Now in the past, this was a pattern formation that I thought screamed sell, 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 right? The market keeps banging off a resistance. It has to be a sell. Well, as I've got more experience in the market, as I've just educated myself and just have seeked knowledge in trading, I've actually flipped 180 degrees on this type of formation. When I see this type of setup, this ascending triangle, for me, this screams, right? This screams bullish breakout, bullish breakout. And if you remember a few weeks ago, we actually got involved in that breakout right down here at a double bottom. This was something that I know me and Jason Greystone spoke a lot about this particular trade, and we were able to catch a double bottom essentially right at the lows and ride this thing up to some really good profit. However, what's in the past is in the past. Once that trade is over, it's time to reload and look at the next opportunity. And that's what we're here to talk about today. So we start with our IPDE process: identify, predict, decide, execute, right? We identify price action has done what? We have made a higher high, right? Higher high, higher close. That screams out trend continuation. So when we identify the market making a higher high, higher close, the prediction that we want to make is trend continuation opportunity, or continuation to the bullish side. Now, we know that a continuation to the bullish side doesn't necessarily mean the market will just shoot straight up forever and never come down. Sometimes it means a pullback, right? We get a little bit of relief, a little profit taking, a little bit of relief before the buyers see a cheap enough price point to want to get involved again. And that's what we're looking at right here. And you can see our current pullback comes right back into our previous structure low, making this an excellent area to look for a potential long opportunity. If we just put a risk reward on here and we just take a risk right in this area, just check this out. Check out the risk reward on this bad boy, right? Stops me to go below previous structure lows, right? Structure leaves clues. Targets can go as high as a retest of previous structure highs right here. And if you look at the risk reward ratio, that's almost a 4, I think it's actually more than a 4-to-1 risk reward, right? You're risking about 50 pips to gain what? About 200 plus pips here. It's an excellent opportunity, risking 50 to gain 200. All right, that's pretty darn good. And if for you guys that look for secondary targets, I know we don't do this in the syndicate. In the syndicate, we do a one in, one out technique, mainly to keep life simple for you guys. We get a lot of questions when we're talking about splitting positions and adjusting this and moving that. And so we try to make it simple as possible. It also provides us more opportunity to show you guys, or more chances to show you guys more trading opportunities, right? It wouldn't be too fun for me to come into the trade floor each day and say, hey guys, still trailing dollar Canada. Nothing else on the radar. See ya. So that's another reason for it. But I would encourage you guys, when you go through your backtesting phase, to test out multiple targets, multiple profit targets. It adds a little, it's going to make your schedule a little more busier, more times in front of the charts. But I think in most cases it'll be a little more profitable than just taking a single profit target. But anyway, if you're looking for a secondary target, what you're going to want to do is bump out to your higher time frame and ask yourself, where can the market go? And simple, right? We go back through time. We say, well, what did the market do in the past? Well, we swing high to swing low. We had some consolidation in here, right? Market got real choppy. And then we put in a new structure low here, outside return, new structure low. If price is going to come to a point, right, where is it going to come to? Right now, I know structure leaves clues, right? Look left, structure leaves clues. Look lefter, look leftist, right? Look as left as you can. But you always want to start out by looking to your immediate left, which is right here, right? Our previous outside return. And if I draw a horizontal line in there, you'll see that not only did price action respect this level right here, but if we keep looking left and lefter and left this, we'll see that price action respected it here with the consolidation, as well as here. So seeing how structure acts like a magnet, it would not surprise me to see price action continue all the way to this level of structure, which will just add, I'm not going to do the math, it'll add a lot more potential profits here, secondary targets. So this is why it's such a decent opportunity. Again, a massive risk reward on this trade. Now the question is, how do we get involved? And right now, I don't have an answer for you. As far as where price action is currently at, we'll have to wait and see how price action plays out. But here's what we can look for. Now, I made a prediction earlier in the week. Unfortunately, it happened before I had a chance to get involved. But we're looking at this. We took our Fibonacci extension tool and we were looking at a 127, 1618 level of confluence. So 127 Fibonacci extension and then a 1618 Fibonacci inversion right in this level. You can see the market respected it. We start the rally. However, I don't think this is going to be the final rally. I think we can go a little bit lower towards our 72 even handle right here. So what I need to do is I need to ask myself, where is price action likely to go in that area and how can I get involved? And again, a lot of that, for me at least, because I have so many ways I can enter trades. I can be super aggressive. I can be super conservative. A lot of it's going to depend on what price action does as it hits this level. But we can start making some predictions down there for you guys that say trade CTS, right? If you want to look at, let's see, we want to take our Fibonacci extension tool again. Let's take a look at our recent swing high to swing low. Looks like we're going to have a 127 in there. Look at that, 127 right at that level or right near that level. You may also have a 1618 inversion depending on how far price action retraces. Right now it's looking like a 1414, but if we retrace a little bit higher, right, 1414 right down here in blue, if you retrace a little bit higher, you may have a 1618 inversion down there as well. And who knows, we may retrace even higher and you may get a one-to-one measured move. You may end up getting some type of ABCD pattern that connects down there as well. The point is, we don't know yet. All we can do at this point is we can start setting up our trade. We can start asking ourselves, where do I want to get involved at? Where do stops need to go? Where do targets need to go? And that will allow us to see if this is a trade that meets our requirements as far as risk reward. Then as price action gets down to that level, we're not in a panic mode trying to figure out, should we take the trade? Shouldn't we take the trade? No, we already know that we should take the trade. All we're waiting for is that specific reason for entry to execute the order. So again, we want to develop the concept beforehand. We want to see if this is a trade that I should even be watching. Should it be on my radar? Does the risk reward work? Right? Is this a trade I'm taking, or is this a trade that I have no interest in? Kind of like the dollar Canada deal I shared on TradingView the other day. And then if this is a trade that we know we can take, meaning everything lines up, then we wait for the market to give us our reason for entry, whether it be a pin bar, whether it be a higher high, higher close, whether it be a double bottom. But at least we're not in that panic mode. We're not trying to figure out, oh, do I take it? Do I wait? Do I take it? Do I not? Right? We already know whether we're taking it or not. Now we just have to be patient and wait. And hopefully the market will give us an opportunity. If it doesn't, guess what, guys? It's not the end of the world. All right. Mark Sedlock, another one of our traders over at Trade and Power, he's invited people to his live room this week, and he had a very cool quote on Monday. He said, if there's one thing I understand about the market, it's that there will always be another trading opportunity. So if this one doesn't work out, you right click, you delete your drawing tools, and you gear up for the next one. But this is certainly, just based off the risk reward that I showed you guys earlier, this is something that's going to be key on my radar, and I'll certainly be watching it. Okay, so we'll certainly be keeping an eye on this this opportunity over the next couple of days in the syndicate program. And as always, I'll shoot you guys a video or shoot it through the trade floor if I do indeed have an opportunity to get involved. So I appreciate you guys joining this video. As always, I'm going to leave a little rant at the end, a very good rant from our live room about the power of community. So you want to make sure you catch it. I actually cut it short because I know this video is getting a little long, and it actually started with a good talk about race issues and all that type of stuff. But I don't want to make this thing too long, so check it out. And before I let you leave, guys, here's something that one of our traders has been mentioning on our YouTube page. He's been doing a great job of shamelessly promoting us for us. And he mentioned something pretty interesting that I didn't even think about. If you're new and you're thinking about being involved with Trade Empowered, I'm not talking about taking a training course or anything like that. I'm talking about getting your feet wet and just seeing how we trade, our philosophy on the markets. There is a way you can get 6 weeks of free education and free experience for $1. And this is what this trader said. He said, spend a full week in the New York live room with myself. Spend a full week in the London live room with Jason Greystone. Then spend $1, just $1, and sign up for 30 days in our syndicate program. That's going to be 6 straight weeks of being involved with Trade Empowered for $1. And I think if you're someone that's on the edge, if you're someone that's looking for support out there, you're looking for help, but you're a little squeamish because there's so many scam artists and everyone and whatever is out there trying to sell you bad things and take your money and run, you know, you've got 6 weeks to pass judgment on us. And I always, you know, we get a lot of negative comments on YouTube and whatnot, and most of the time it's from people that never even take advantage of it. I had a person on YouTube bash me the other day, and I'm like, hey, just join me in the live room. I'll show you how I trade. We can talk there. And he's like, oh, I don't want to take it. So if you're going to judge us, at least check out our stuff first. Involve yourself before passing judgment. And if you hate us after spending 6 weeks with us, then you can feel free to hate us. But at least you had the experience and you have reason behind your hate. So check out the rant. I appreciate you guys joining this video. As always, your support is welcome. Every time you share, hit that like button or leave a comment. It's supportive to us and our page. We're trying to get 100,000 subscribers here on YouTube by December. And I wish you guys the best in your trading. Until next time, plan your trade, trade your plan. You guys have a great weekend. Well, I guess end of the week, and then have a great weekend. Go Everton, go Cowboys. So it's funny what can happen when you're not constantly being pushed down and told to think a certain way, or you have shackles on you saying that, hey guys, you can never do this. A lot of you guys are like that in trading. Your friends and family, or you can never be a successful trader. And it's sad, but the more you hear it, the more you start to believe it, right? If I come to Matthew, if I'm Matthew's mom or dad, and I tell him every day, you can't do this, just give up. You can't do this, just give up. You can't do this, just give up. What is he going to think? Eventually, he's going to be like, well, everyone's telling me I can't do it. I should probably give up. Maybe they're right. Right? Because if the majority is right? I should fall in line. And as traders, we get it all the time. I spoke to a trader, came to our 12-week transformation course, and you know, he's invested so much time and so much money in learning how to trade, and now his parents are telling him that he should do something else. And if he doesn't do something else, they're going to kick him out the house. Right? He's put his life on pause. He's living with his parents, life on pause, learning how to trade, investing in himself. And now they're saying, if you don't do something else, if you don't give up on this dream, we're kicking you out. And he's like, well, what do I do? Like, I want to keep trading, but I've got to live. Like, that sucks, man. That really sucks. But I'll tell you this, that's what makes us different. That's what makes us different, because we're the type of people in here in this room that we have the strength to kind of look past that. We have the strength to kind of say, if everyone's going right, I'm going to go left. We have this burning desire to be successful, and then that's what separates us from the 90%. That's what makes us different. We're not going to easily give in. We're not going to do what everyone else wants us to do. We're going to do the opposite. We're going to prove them wrong. And then after we prove them wrong, we're going to come back and we're going to help someone else, right? After we get to the top of that hill, we're going to reach a hand down and we're going to help the next trader. We're going to find that next trader that's on the verge of quitting, that's having these negative thoughts. Everyone's telling them they can't do it. They're struggling. We're going to reach a hand out and say, look, man, I've been there. I've been there. You can get here too. Let me show you. Let me help you. That's our duty. People ask why I get into education. I get it all the time, right? Akil, you do education. Why? Because you can't really trade. Because if you were really a good trader, you wouldn't be doing education, right? No, that's nothing to do with it. I want to give back. I was mentored. I was taught by a person that didn't go to college, that went to the military, that came back and was selling what? Security systems and washing trucks and flipping burgers, living out of someone else's basement. That person made it. That person made it from nothing. And he reached his hand down and taught me how to do something. And now I've made it. And I've been able to change my life around. All because someone offered to help me. It's my duty to help someone else. Whether you're paid or non-paid, it's my duty. If I don't, it's not passing it forward. It's selfish, to be honest with you. So it's man, we gotta, you know, just help each other out. That's why this community is great, because you get none of you guys, I mean, all you guys are all of you guys are bent on helping other traders out. Some of you are clients, some of you aren't clients, some of you here are just here for a week. We have people on Twitter that follow us that have never bought a thing, never taken a free trial on anything. We help them out. It's our duty, guys. All right, enough of that emotional junk, right? Let's go wrestle this bear again. Let's get out that. I don't know how that started. Started with Fresh Prince. Thanks, Devin. Thanks, Will Smith. Let's go over to what pair do we want to do next? Give me a pair. Give me a pair.